Christian circuses, filling ourselves up with things that in the long run really don't matter much. They might matter a little, there might be some value to them, but if you focus on the potluck supper, okay, and having it neatly laid out and having the right prayers before dinner, but as the train comes by filled with Jews crying for your help, and you just sing louder over the meal, just sing louder as the Jews are taken off by the Nazis to a concentration camp, do you think that the emphasis on the potluck supper and having it look beautiful and having the right prayers and the right hymns being sung, do you think that matters all that much to God? Do you think it'll matter to history? In other words, think of the things that our churches are focused on right now, to the exclusion of what matters, to the exclusion of the life and death struggles for human life and for human liberty that are happening in front of us right now. Right now, it's happening. Some of you are saying, my heart burns, Randall, I get it, I'm with you, what can I do? He who is faithful over little will be made ruler over much. All right, that's a biblical principle. Forgive me for using myself as an example. I won't, I'll use others. When you look at a man and you see, well, he gets to speak to tens of thousands or tens of millions, God is using him at that moment. You need to understand he paid a price here. He paid a price here. He was faithful in little things. So use your courage muscle. Use your courage muscle in the opportunities that you have. What can you do? Say the truth on the job. Say the truth with your family. Those are the two places right there. Job, family. And then third would be in church. Maybe someday I will write a book. Maybe I will write an autobiography to talk about the heartache that I went through, and I believe heartache I put some of my family through when I came to Christ and was determined to tell them the truth. Pro-abortion members of my family, people who had been involved in the shedding of innocent blood, and I said it's murder. I didn't just go along and be happy. I had 3 of my maternal aunts lead a protest against me. I'm not kidding. I'm speaking in a church in a city in America, and 3 of my aunts were in front of a crowd of about 1,000 people leading a protest against me. All right? It hurt. It was painful for my grandparents, painful for our family, and we've had some reconciliation, thank the Lord. But my point only is, one of the reasons that we're collapsing is because we won't hold up a resistance at the levels or in the proximity that is closest to us. If our preacher, our pastor, our priest refuses to take a stand against homosexual same-gender matrimony, and worse, affirms it in any way, even gives a little sliver of affirmation, the duty at that point is to speak against it. And that's exactly what we don't want to do on the job, etc. So what can you do? Speak the truth. Meekly, if you want to, as politely as you can, as intensely as you feel necessary, but don't put the fire out. Jeremiah said, I tried to speak no more in his name. He said, I said, I will not speak in your name anymore. But then he said, your word became like a fire shut up in my bones. Here's what I know to be true. There are people who have quenched the fire. There are people watching this TV show right now who have successfully put out the fire of God that was in their soul. If you've got those embers burning in you, don't put it out. Speak the truth. Blow the fan the flames, get the embers burning again. Speak the truth. Write letters to the editor. Go online and write blogs. Call up radio stations. Speak the truth anywhere and everywhere that you can. And let God use you to proclaim the truth. And maybe your platform will grow. But for sure, the truth that you speak will impact those around you. I'll be right back. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years, and sadly we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy. Why does a nice guy like me keep getting thrown in jail? I have been arrested almost 50 times and spent over a year of my life locked up in various prison facilities. And I wrote a book, many books. In fact, one of them is called, Why Does a Nice Guy Like Me Keep Getting Thrown in Jail? It's a theological work, answering those who say that the church should not be involved in politics or that we should retreat. I encourage you to get it. In fact, get one and give it to your pastor.